Hi grade 3s and welcome to today's lesson. I am Miss Connie Doris and today we will be doing a maths lesson on fractions. We're going to be focusing on fractions of 2D shapes. So quick recap to see what you guys can remember. When we are looking at a fraction, we talk about the numerator, which is the number on the top of the line, and this is the number of parts that we have of a fraction, and again always found at the top or above the line. Then we have the denominator, and this is the total part of the whole, so the whole fraction, and this is always found at the bottom, so underneath the line. So one more time, the top number is our numerator, the bottom line is our denominator. All right, let's look at whole fractions. Over here we have a whole blue circle, so we're going to call it one whole. Here we have a whole green square, so we're going to call it one whole. Over here we have a whole purple triangle, so we're going to call it one whole. Two halves make a whole. Let's have a look here. So to find half of a shape, cut it into two equal pieces. Each of these pieces is half of the shape. Let's hide my face over there. So we need to cut this circle into two equal pieces. We're going to cut this heart into two equal pieces, and this square into two equal pieces. So we are looking at one piece of the square, which is our numerator, and it has been cut into two pieces, which is our denominator, which gives us one half of a square. Okay, let's look at thirds. So to find 1/3 of a shape, cut it into three equal pieces. Equal pieces. Each of these pieces is 1/3 of a shape. So let's look at our circle. There is, 1/3. Triangle, three equal pieces. And now let's look here. We've cut it into three equal pieces, but we are only looking at one equal part, which means the 1 is our numerator. It goes at the top, and the denominator must be 3 because we're cutting it into three equal parts. So the square has been cut into thirds. Okay, let's take a look at quarters. So to find 1/4 of a shape, cut it into four equal pieces. Each of these pieces is 1/4 of the shape. So let's cut our square into four equal parts. Four equal parts. Our circle, we're going to cut it into four equal parts. So our numerator, we're only looking at one part of it. That is our numerator. But the whole circle has been cut into four pieces. So that will be our denominator, and that will leave us with 1/4. Okay, let's look at 2/4. So to find 2/4 of a shape, first divide it into four equal sections. Grade 3s, you're seeing we always cut it into equal sections. Each of these pieces is 1/4 of the shape. So two of the pieces, or two of the sections, will make the fraction 2 quarters. So let's look at our square over here. We're going to cut it into 4 equal parts. We're only going to look at 2 sections. If we look at our circle over here, we're going to cut it into 4 equal parts, 4 equal sections. And we are only going to look at 2 of those, which will leave us with what? Let's have a look. 2, so we're counting 2 equal parts of the whole. The whole has been cut into 4. So 2 parts, that's our numerator, of 4 equal parts, which is our denominator. So that is 2 quarters. 3 quarters. So to find 3 quarters of a shape, first divide it into 4 equal sections, 4 equal parts. Each of these pieces is 1 quarter of the shape. 3 of these sections will make the fraction 3 quarters. Let's take a look. So we cut it into 4 equal parts. We're only going to look at 3 of the sections, and that will leave us with 3 over 4. Our fraction is 3 quarters. Let's look at this rectangle. Let's cut it into 4 equal parts. Count 3 of the 4. It leaves us with 3 quarters, 3 over 4. So 3 parts, which is our numerator, of the whole. So there are 4. It's been cut into 4 pieces, which is our denominator. So 3 over 4, that fraction is called 3 quarters. Now, grade 3s, what I want you to please do at home is I want you to look at these delicious pizzas. We're going to do the first one together. So I want you to get a pencil and a piece of paper, and let's see if you can write these fractions down at home. So here is one big delicious pizza. Now my best friend and I are going to share it. So how much pizza will I have and how much pizza will they have? I want you to write the answer down. You may write we're doing this one together, so you may write half. My friend and I will each have half a pizza, but then I want you to also write the fraction of that, please. So 1 over 2. Then what I want you to do is I want you to carry on your own. I'm not going to give you the answers. But if we look at the next pizza over here, 2 more friends come to join us, and they would also like to have some pizza. So now we have to divide it between all of us. So if it is my best friend, 2 other friends, and myself, there are 4 of us, so we have to cut it into 4 equal parts. How many pieces will I have for myself? Write down the answer and the fraction, please. Now, if we, let's have a look here. If we look at the pizza again, and we know now, I hope you've worked out the answer for yourself of how many pieces I will have. Let's look at how many pieces all my friends will have. So I've eaten my piece. How much is left for my friends? Write down the answer and the fraction. Then 2 of my friends decide that they want to keep theirs for later. So how much pizza is left over? I eat mine and my best friend eats theirs. How many pieces are left for later? Write down the answer and the fraction. Now, this one's a bit tricky. Let's see. You could have two answers or two different fractions. Let's see if you can work them both out. Don't forget to write your answer as a fraction, please. All right, grade 3s, thank you so much for joining for today's lesson, and I'm really looking forward to seeing you all in reading lessons and our Q&A. If you have any questions, don't worry if fractions seems a bit tricky right now. It is something that we are going to be doing at school together in the classroom very, very soon. All right, grade 3s, have a good day.